T-Bone, go. T-Bone is frozen.
Oh, no.
T-Bone is frozen.
It was so perfect. We laid it up right up to you.
It's Friday, y'all. It's definitely Friday.
Oh, my goodness.
Even the computers had a tough week.
Oh, Lord.
Well, I guess I'll go ahead and start it off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Midday Rush. I'm your host, AK, host of Roman Nation as well. And in this corner, we've got the lovely, the sassy, the beautiful Elizabeth213, also on YouTube. What's going on?
Hey, everybody. Happy Friday. How are you doing?
Good. All right. And in this corner, we have the wise, we have the senile, we have the... Okay, you're not senile.
There's people that would argue that.
Yeah. Oh, no, we'll see how many Brians you get today. But anyways, that's Major B.
I did pre-gaming a little bit.
Yeah, whatever. It works. All right, well, while we try and figure out which universe T-Bone is in, let's start off with our first story tonight. This comes to you right out the gates from the Communist News Network, also known as CNN. Supreme Court upholds law barring domestic abusers from owning guns in a major Second Amendment ruling. All right, let's see what they got here. Supreme Court upheld a federal law Friday that bars guns for domestic abusers, rejecting an argument pressed by gun rights groups that prohibition violated the Second Amendment. The 8-1 decision in one of the court's most closely watched cases limited the scope of a blockbuster ruling the justice handed down just 2 years ago that promoted a flood of legal challenges to other gun laws across the nation. The decision, which placed most of the court's conservatives and liberals on the same side, could help shore up similar federal gun regulations that have been challenged since the Supreme Court vastly expanded gun rights in 2022. At least in situations where criminal defendants is considered dangerous, that court's 2022 ruling caused substantial confusion for lower court judges reviewing Second Amendment lawsuits. Chief Justice John Roberts, writing for the majority, said the court had no trouble coalescing around the idea that the individual who possesses a threat can be denied access to weapons. Our tradition of firearm regulations allows the government to disarm individuals who present a credible threat to the physical safety of others, Roberts wrote.
Hey, Roma, let me pause you right there. If you're going to read the whole story later on, you will read the lone dissent, which backs up what I'm about to say. Is basically Chief Justice Roberts, writing for the majority, he cited no tradition, none. He didn't point out any tradition where this was allowed. He didn't cite a chapter, a verse, courtroom. He cited none of it. Said, "Oh, we've always done this." Have we? Have we always done it? Anyway, Justice Thomas will lay that out much more eloquently than I can. I forgot to throw up the expert opinion banner. My apologies.
Nope, you're all good. Yeah, I mean, now I know that there were somebody said to us earlier, there's a lot of states that already have laws on the books about this. And I'm guessing, I think that was the issue, was the clarification on what was considered a credible threat.
Okay.
In those situations. So now it's not like, oh, somebody says you're a credible threat. No, you actually have to be convicted of some kind of crime. In order for the
system, basically.
Yeah, you have to go through the system. So it's not like they can just say, hey, you're a credible threat, and then they take away your guns. No, it's if you've had a history of that. And you had a history of domestic violence or, just violence in general, or you're just not a good person and you've been convicted of a crime. I think that's where they're kind of leaning with this. So,
yeah. There's a ton of states. I'm looking it up now. California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Hawaii, Illinois, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, New Jersey, New York, of course, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, Vermont, Washington, and Wisconsin. Those are the states that already have it in place for domestic violence offenders.
Wow, there's a lot of states.
I know.
Yeah, but I think that the when it comes to the Supreme Court, they had to throw a bone to the other side, at least at some point. So I'm wondering if this is that one thing where they're like, okay, here you go. You got what you got. Now scram.
Now stay
No.
tuned.
No, stay tuned, because this is gonna what this is gonna do. It's gonna cause a slew, it's gonna cause a slew of anti-gun legislation at both state and local levels, and this ruling only emboldens the freaking infringers.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's my take.
There you go. All right. You want to stay with the Supreme Court justices?
Might as well. I mean, it's been a big day in Supreme Court news.
They've been
All
busy.
right. And this is our second article here from CNN. Justice uphold Trump tax on overseas investments and win for Biden. Oh, man, you weren't kidding, Brian.
Yet another bone.
No. Yeah.
The Supreme Court on Thursday upheld a Trump-era tax on overseas investments, rejecting an argument from the Washington state couple in a case that could have jeopardized existing tax provisions and torpedoed Democratic talk of a wealth tax. A 7-2 majority upheld the tax, though several justices offered differing rationales. In reading his opinion from the bench, Justice Brett Kavanaugh repeatedly stressed that the court's decision was narrow and did not implicate the raging debate over wealth tax. At issue with the closely watched tax case was whether a government could levy a tax on investment proceeds that have not yet been received. Charles and Kathleen Moore, a Washington state couple, challenged a $15,000 tax bill they received because of their investment in an India-based company. The profit at issue, the Moores claimed, were reinvested and never distributed to them. The tax involved was the tax involved was enacted by Congress in 2017 as a part of a larger package signed by then President Donald Trump. The one-time mandatory reparation tax was levied on shareholders on undistributed profits secured between 1986 and the end of 2017 by certain foreign corporations that are majority owned by Americans. The provision was expected to raise $340 billion over a decade. The Supreme Court had heeded the warnings of a broad bipartisan set of tax experts and roundly rejected the Moores' radical theory that threatened to upend central pillars of the tax system. Let's see. The court said,
It sounds to me like we'd all been better off if the court had gone the other way on this.
Yeah, I'm still trying to understand this. So are they talking about unrealized? So if you gain a profit and then from a company and then move it into another company, isn't that kind of like corporations here in the U.S. that they don't really get taxed?
Mm-hmm.
So what they're assuming, I guess, is that they were going to use that money own means, therefore it needs to be taxed. But if it goes from company to company, this is the issue that the fact that they received it as a payment and then moved it in, or should there have been some type of transfer process?
I don't know.
That's a good question.
You start talking this tax stuff, it goes right over my head.
No.
Yeah, no, you should have seen mine this year. Woo! Don't wish that upon my worst enemy.
I mean, I would think though that these guys or gals, whomever, these major corporation heads, they know how to finagle the system, right? So So I guess the Supreme Court is kind of signaling to people who have been screaming tax the rich and going after the corporation the way that they maneuver in these loopholes. I don't know how good that's going to be though, because if you think about it like in a trickle down way, which it usually is, because they're not going to take the hit at the end of the day. They're going to trickle it down to the consumer eventually. So,
right.
And again, I'm with Brian. I'm like, 747. Like, but at the same time, whenever it comes to like going after these big corporations, I kind of look at it with like a squinted eye, because I'm like, they're never going to take the big hit. It's going to be us that feels it.
Exactly. I mean, if you really think about it, let's say you got 100 million working Americans, and think of it the other way, when they hired all of those IRS tax agents, What was
Mhm.
it, 87,000? That's
Yep.
absolutely insane. I mean,
Yep.
just the amount of money that cost alone in taxes is out of this world. But but you would figure it'd be much easier to get, $100 from 100 million people than it is, all of these wealthy individuals who, lobbied for creating tax loopholes for themselves and now are going to attack themselves. Like I just don't see this happening.
I know.
I don't see how that's going to work with all the loopholes that they've got.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's move on to Elizabethy's favorite news sites, the New York Post. All right. Map shows Chinese-owned farmland next to 19 U.S. military bases, an alarming threat to national security, experts. China has been buying up strategically placed farmland next to military installations across the U.S., raising national security fears over potential espionage or even sabotage. The Post have identified 19 bases across the U.S. from Florida to Hawaii, which are in close proximity to land bought up by Chinese entities and could be exploited by spies working for the communist nation. Sabotage? What are you going to, send cows with bombs? What are you going to do?
They're gonna feed them all Taco Bell and send them out into the wild.
I see. So it's going to be environmental espionage. Got it.
Right.
They include some of the military's most strategic, important bases: Fort Liberty, former Fort Bragg in Fayetteville, North Carolina, Fort Cavazos, formerly Fort Hood, Cavazos,
Cavazos.
Cavazos. Okay.
Cavazos or Cavazos? Come on now.
Hey, T-Road.
There he is. Where you been? All right. And then we got
having some technical difficulties, good sir. So sorry. How about we continue with this Chinese-owned farmland story, good sir.
there we go. All right. So then we got Marine Corps Base, Camp Pendleton in San Diego, California, and MacDill Air Force Base in Tampa, Florida. Robert S. Spalding III, a retired United States Air Force Brigadier General whose work focuses on U.S.-China relations, told the Post, it is concerning due to the proximity of strategic locations.
And I just want to point out, the map doesn't show it, but these little spots are red of Chinese farmland. Well, okay, this bigger one is located right between Fort Knox and Fort Campbell, and the smaller one is not that far from Fort Knox itself either. So, the map doesn't point it out, but I just want to, yeah.
And the map, just the way it is, it makes me nauseous looking at it.
Yeah.
Seeing all the strategic placement of everything.
Look how much land in California the Chinese have.
Yeah, it explains why they had such a warm welcome with the flags there. They pretty much own California.
I mean, I believe that's the Central Valley of California. That's one of the main agricultural. That's where most of your produce in the grocery stores comes from.
Yeah, it is, and basically all of Hawaii. Like, they own the volcano too. Just kidding. All right, so let's see. Morgan Lorette, the former contractor for private military contractor Blackwater, is sounding the alarm. Quote, the Chinese are or will use this farmland to learn more about U.S. military capabilities, movements, and technology. This will allow them to better understand how to transition their military from a defensive strategy to an expeditionary one. They'll figure out how to move forces quickly for conflicts such as taking Taiwan, and how when the U.S. forces will respond to their incursions based on troop movement at these bases. Now, obviously, they can't just walk onto the base and say, hey, how do you do this? I mean, what are you thinking? Like military drones, things like that?
I mean, that sort of thing. I mean, it wouldn't be too terribly hard, to stand right out the fence line of Fort Knox. And if you know where the ranges are, and it's not that hard to figure out where the ranges are, you could be off post and still fly your drone and still get some decent surveillance.
Right.
And, it looks like Kansas has taken some steps recently to prohibit foreign adversary-tied entities, including China, from purchasing land near its military installation. So in March, Kansas lawmakers passed a bill prohibiting foreign adversary-tied entities from purchasing land. I know Arkansas was doing a pushback on that as well.
Yeah, Arkansas, and I think Nebraska actually kicked some of them out.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were like, yeah, you guys need to get out of here. Yeah.
Gotta give him some kudos.
Where is he when you need him? Right. Okay, so let's move on. We've got ourselves on X from James O'Keefe. How does this guy keep doing this stuff?
Yo, how does this dude keep on looking different and different every single time we see him? Like, what is going on? First, he looked like a chick, and now he's grown out his like facial hair. I mean, like, I did the opposite. I shaved it off, you know, but like this dude just looks like completely a different person. Roma, take us away with this story, good sir.
I mean, the only thing that goes to my head is secret Agent
man. Asian man.
I mean, this man can do it all. All right. So this is from James O'Keefe. Breaking: Senior Vice President at Walt Disney Company details discriminatory hiring practices. Quote, nobody else is going to tell you this, but they're not considering any white males for the job. He's the Michael Giordano. He's the Vice President of Business Affairs. He also states that there's no way we're hiring a white male, and using code words and buzzwords to avoid legal action, and even mentioning a candidate being rejected for not looking black enough. Giordano also admits that Disney gives bonuses to executives for practicing diversity, equity, and inclusion, agreeing that the diversity helps with the financial incentives. Giordano further claims that he had been denied promotions due to his race. Stay tuned for the Disney tapes part 2. Do you want to go ahead and
yeah, let's back her up.
his name is Mike?
Yeah.
Mikey.
Hey, yo, Mike.
Oh my goodness. I just like so at what point are they going to hire a black CEO?
Right.
You know, because I guess that's all they're missing now. But
I mean, Bob Iger sucks as it is, so I wouldn't actually be upset if he was taken out of that position and somebody else was put in there. Maybe it would kind of like, you know, spike things up a little bit if they just get some new blood in there. Right. But yeah, I mean, this is the kind of thing that we knew, right? Like we knew this was happening. This is just we're hearing it from the horse's mouth now.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's almost as if like they don't even care.
Really,
I mean, they're just giving out all this information so easily, knowing that this guy is probably in their closet right now. So,
yeah, but because all these big companies are making it rain all over them, so they don't care. You know, they do the DEI, the ESG, they get money, and then the execs are getting bonuses.
Diversity, inclusion, and equity. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, you know, I really, really hate to say this, but I think Jesse the Bodied Ventura was right. Instead of thinking about a minimum wage, we start inducting a maximum
wage.
That sounded absolutely crazy 25 years ago, but I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
Maximum effort. Yeah.
So would that hurt people like Elon Musk and like Jeff Bezos and like Bill Gates and people like that?
I guess so. I forgot how he said that he would implement it, but the whatever money over that would be taxed at a higher rate or would be it'd be distributed somehow. I'm gonna look that up. I'll see if I'll have that for you guys on Monday because I really want
Yeah.
to know what that was all about. I really do.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we can go ahead and move on to scanner.com,
oh yeah.
published by
Who
Chris
is it?
Bertman.
Who is it? Bert! Guys, please take us away, Roma, with this Bert article.
Absolutely. All right, so this is RFK Jr. fails to meet qualifications for CNN debate. CNN's qualification window closed at 12 a.m. on Thursday. Independent presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. failed to meet the qualifications for the upcoming presidential debate hosted by CNN. On Thursday morning, CNN announced President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump had qualified to appear in next week's debate hosted by the outlet. The qualification window closed at 12 a.m. on Thursday. Participating debaters were required to appear on a sufficient number of state ballots to reach 270 electoral vote threshold to win the presidency and receive at least 15% in 4 separate national polls of registered or likely voters per the outlet's qualification requirements. That was a long-winded sentence.
Come on, Bert, get your sentences right.
Jesus, punctuation, please.
Right.
Punctuation fail. All right. Kennedy failed to meet both requirements prior to Thursday morning. Polls accepted by CNN standards include itself ABC News, CBS News, Fox News, Marquette University Law School, Monmouth University. It goes on and on and on. You guys get it. Now, I think the argument that he was trying to make was that yeah, he only has about 47 electoral votes that he could possibly get, but he was also nominated. Was he nominated? I mean, he's an independent, so
He's not been nominated nor endorsed by any party. So,
right. But I think one of another qualification was that you had to be nominated by your party, and both of them weren't nominated yet. Now, I would think as the incumbent, Joe Biden, that wouldn't. I don't know how that will work because you're already
doing
president.
something real funny with Biden.
Can I just say?
Mm-hmm.
While I was getting my haircut earlier, there was a TV right above me, and it had the news on. And you know what? There was a commercial. And guess what that commercial was for? Our greatest and smartest and most wonderful president, Robinette Biden. It was like a campaign, like not a campaign. It was a endorsement. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message, bro. You approve. You can't even talk. It probably took you like 20 takes to even get that entire sentence out. I mean, Jesus.
my name's Corn Pop. I mean, oh wait.
Come on, man.
I got the hairy legs, man. I just got that.
Obama's like, somebody please get Joe off the stage, please.
No, Joe, just get out of here, bud. You're good. You've
I'll
said
take
enough.
it over from here. Thank you very much.
You've maxed out your word count for the day, buddy. So sorry. Moving on.
Yep, and then we got a thing from Caitlin Collins, or what Benny Johnson likes to say, Mr. President.
Mr. President.
Trump will get the final word when he debates President Biden on CNN's next week after a coin flip to determine podium placement and the order of closing statements. All right.
I mean,
Okay,
it might
so-
be a hot take.
No, why does
Along-
homie look like Santa Claus?
Along those lines, Fox News had a headline that almost made a not be headline because the headline was something like Biden chooses podium position. Biden wins podium position, or Biden wins podium toss, takes podium position. And I was thinking like pole position, in racing or whatnot. I was thinking, there are so many ways I could have twisted that headline into a Babylon Bee-like headline, but I chose not to.
There's something really weird about the fact that you can bet on the outcomes of politics and whatnot. Like, that is so freaking crazy. But, kind of like a hot take. I mean, maybe people don't agree, but I am a Trump girl. I'm definitely voting for Trump. However, I really was looking forward to RFK Jr. being. I wanted him on the stage. I wanted it to be more like, I wanted more questions and comments and different things to come out that needed to be discussed. I wanted it to be a little bit more across the board.
I mean, personally, I think they should put RFK Jr. up there, and they should also put up that joke clown Libertarian Party candidate.
Oh, that would be hilarious.
Oliver.
Yeah.
That'd be absolutely hilarious to see. Now all the way down at the bottom here, there's a comment. There's only one comment. And this person states, when Biden inevitably brings up Trump's trial and conviction that Trump likely won't be able to respond to due to a court gag order, I want to see Trump bring up Ashley Biden's diary of how he forces his way into the shower with his 10-year-old daughter, ouch. Or asks him the origin story of his nickname, Pedo Pete, or why his son sends him links to pornographic websites, or why he sniffs women and children, or why he withheld financial aid to Ukraine unless they fire the prosecutor, looking into the company his son worked in, or why he got 10% for the big guy. There you go,
like
Trump.
All of that.
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
10 out of
Drop
10.
Mike.
Right. But that CNN's going to mute Mike
Now,
as
hold
soon
on
as
a
one of
second.
those things come up.
Now, wait a minute. So they said that his trial conviction he won't be able to respond to, but the trial's over.
Yeah, so the gag order doesn't apply.
Yeah, it doesn't apply. He's what do you call that in military terms? Weapons hot.
Yeah, he's weapons hot
right now.
Right now, I am not aware of any judicial order in force against Trump that prevents him from speaking his damn mind. So,
yeah, that's called the First Amendment, right? Freedom of speech, if I remember it correctly.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yes, sir. All right, last story, because we got like 90 seconds. All right, this is from NBC News. Decades after 2 women were killed in Shenandoah National Park, serial rapist is linked to their deaths. Laura Lolly Winans, 26, and Julianne Julie Williams, 24, were killed at a Virginia campsite in 1996. DNA linked Walter Leo Jackson at their deaths. He died in prison in 2018. Let's see. Nearly 3 decades after 2 women were found dead in a national park in Virginia, their killer, a serial rapist who died in prison in 2018, was identified through forensic tests, the FBI said Thursday. DNA tests determined that Walter Leo Jackson Sr. killed Laura Lolly Winans and Julianne. Why are they? Can
you not fluff today?
And Williams. 24 at Shenandoah National Park on May 24th, 1996. T-Bone, you should talk. The FBI's Westfield office and the U.S. Attorney's Office of the Western District of Virginia said it Thursday in a joint statement. Quote, after 28 years, we're now able to say who committed the brutal murders. Let's see. U.S. Attorney Christopher R. Kavanaugh said in the statement, I want to again extend my condolences to the Winans and Williams families and hope today's announcement provides some small measure of solace. Their family members called the National Park Service when the women didn't return home as planned. Their bodies were found June 1st, 1996, following an extensive search. They had been killed in a campsite near the Skyline Resort, the FBI said. Well, I'm glad the killer was able to be found, and I know I don't know if I would say unfortunate, but I mean, he passed away in 2018, and for a different crime.
I mean, it's certainly good. It's certainly good news for the families of those ladies. At least they have some closure. Now they've gone all this time wondering why who. Now they know who. They'll probably never know the why, but at least they know the who.
Exactly.
And it's weird that this dude was already in prison for a different crime.
I know.
I guess
That
criminals
happens a
really
lot.
like to commit crime. Jeez.
Criminals be criminaling.
That's
Yep.
bad, man. Don't be criminaling, man. That's not okay, bro. That is not okay, guys. I hear a buzzing bee sound in my ear, guys. It is time to start the games. It is time for the be or not. Brian, please take us away.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we play a game every day at 6:30 p.m. called Be or Not. I'll present 3 headlines. We get 3 headlines tonight, one of which, at least one of which, comes from the Babylon Bee, everyone's favorite Christian conservative news parody site. The other 1 or 2 come from legitimate news sites. I can confirm this because I am the expert. Okay.
You are
So-
apparently the expert today, Brian. Whatever.
Look at how we're ordered around here. We got AK host, we got Biddy co-host, we got T-Bone who's T-Bone, and you got Brian.
Hi, I'm
expert.
T-Bone. Nice to meet you.
Anyway, here is your very first headline, T-Bone. And
Okay.
Headline A1, 10 street signs and why they are homophobic.
10 street signs and why they are homophobic. Is this like no U-turns or like no right turns or like no left turns or like
Yeah, exactly.
no one way
yes.
or like okay,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, headline 2Bs. Would you be willing to donate one of your testicles to benefit men and help fight toxic masculinity?
Can you please define toxic masculinity for me, please? Because I don't.
Well,
think
it's kind of like defining toxic masculinity is kind of like defining what is a woman. Okay.
Oh, that's right. The thing that you know the Supreme Court justice person couldn't even define.
Right. Yeah. All
Sorry,
right. So I
Miss
got one
Jackson.
more headline for you. Headline C-3PO.
Oh,
This
yeah,
Ohio
yeah.
attorney just got his license back after pooping in a Pringles can as a prank.
So like, is this like we're talking about like Billy Madison, where like you poop in like a plastic bag, not a plastic bag, a paper bag, and then you light it on fire and you put it on old man McGucket's porch, and you ring his doorbell.
Oh
I
man,
don't know.
McGuckets.
I don't know. Apparently that's what they did in Billy Madison. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, so this man he got his attorney license back after pulling a really effed up prank.
Yeah.
I mean his license to be an attorney, like that was just taken away? Or like his driver's license? Like what license are we talking about here?
Yeah.
Yeah, what, Brian?
He's trying to solicit some extra info out of you, and you are not giving it up.
Nope.
He's like, yeah, no,
Not
I
happening.
don't.
Not
Not
happening.
happening. Boss, do you know what's going on here? I don't. I'm really bad at this. I want to win today though.
So far, chat split.
The audience is split. What is going on?
Oh no, we got one in the lead.
Oh, we
God
got a leader?
knows.
Okay.
I
Where?
really hope.
No, there's the same Biddy. Do you know
No,
how to
look.
count? No, T-Bone
Hey,
doesn't. 1,
Look at the
4.
poll. It's adjusting.
Oh, it does say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know what? T-Bone's gonna go with a poll. All right, guys, T-Bone is going with letter 1, number A. 10 street signs and why they are homophobic. I would love to just be like, or I'd love to just see like if it's just like no left turns, be like, yeah, it's homophobic.
Oh.
Of course, T-Bone won because all T-Bone does is win. No matter what, guys, no matter what, T-Bone does the winning. Brian,
applause.
take us away with this Babylon Bee story.
Okay. News made around over the weekend that the alphabet activists celebrated the removal of no U-turn signs in LA, leaving many people wondering how long it would be before other homophobic street signs are taken down. Which street signs are homophobic, you may ask? Many of them are obvious. The Babylon Bee, has put together the following list of aggressively homophobic street signs to provide a helpful guide to combat the hate. One way. No, there are many, many, many ways. You bigot. Do not enter. Only hateful heteronormative road sign would attempt to dictate where things can or cannot enter. Do not block intersection. I'm on a roll. Let me cook. Do not block intersection. This is some hidden message trying to prohibit protesters from blocking traffic. Nice try, fascists. Yield? Yield to what? The traditional societal values of human sexuality? Never. Exit only. Everyone knows that that person's exit is another person's entrance. Our exit's your choice. Deaf children near. This sign has nothing to do with promoting the ABC agenda. Tear it down. Men at work. So now you think you have the authority to define what a man is? You're not even trying to hide your hate. Right turn only. There it is. Why only the right? The literal election interference. No passing. That attacking the right of men to pass as a woman is actual genocide. Stop. We will never stop until everyone is gay. No, sir. Babylon, be you wrong. They won't stop until everyone is trans.
Yes. Woo!
I need a dip.
I had to create a banner for you on that rant.
Because Ed's in the building. Yes.
Nice.
And if you guys want to see the flip side of that beat, join Brian and myself, and sometimes T-Bone and Crimson, maybe Romo jump in. Never know. Never, no pressure. But we do the leftovers tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you're on YouTube, you can join us at teamcast.com. Click join us and join the Discord for all the shenanigans.
Oh my God.
Shenanigans? Are we talking about shenanigans? Guys, it is time to move on to the next shenanigans. Guys, it is time to move on to T-Bone's favorite game. Caption this! It is where T-Bone gives you a picture and then you give T-Bone a caption.
I like this photo a lot.
I just want to say I was cooking earlier, and JK, I wasn't cooking. I was like cooking in my mind. I'm like, let him cook. Let him cook. And like, I was like, you know what? Leprechauns are like really, really stupid, but like really, really funny. And I'm like, you know what? What type of green other leprechaun could be like, you shall not pass, or I'll eat you? I don't know why he has horns, an ugly face. He looks like Joe Biden. I mean, Nancy Pelosi. I mean, the same person. My bad. Yeah, I guess he's trying to like pass some river. I don't know. He has a 4-leaf clover. Is that Frodo with a top hat? I'm honestly not too sure. See, like my thing is like, why is there a lake house in the back? And can I please live there? Because that looks like a really beautiful view, bro.
Like,
Honestly,
why do I
so
want to go here
picturesque.
so bad?
Like, why? Why do I want to live there? That is just like perfect. But honestly, I kind of don't want to live there if like that green giant monster is living there. But you know what? I did hear that they made this new gun thingy mabobber. It's a Gatling gun, but it doesn't fire like regular bullets. It fires 50 cal bullets, and it exists. Oh yeah, I want one. That sounds cool. I didn't even hear it. Brian, you missed the. Hold on, guys. When I say this, Brian's gonna be like,
Oh,
"Hey, Brian, hi, buddy.
Yeah,
Hi,
yeah.
buddy. You missed what T-Bone said. I'll just repeat myself. So, as I was saying, is that beach house and not beach house, the lake house in the back. It looks beautiful. It looks fantastical, and I want to live there. However, I don't want to live there if that green giant ugly monster is there. But I did hear that they made this new gun, Brian. I don't know if you'd like to hear about this new gun. It's a Gatling gun, but it doesn't fire like regular bullets. It fires 50 cal bullets.
That
That sounds
That's
cool,
the-
doesn't it?
Still not as cool as the Gatling gun that's on the front end of an A10 Warthog. Brrr!
Oh,
Laughs
But
and bird.
it's a 50 cal though. It goes boom.
So does
Right?
brrr.
Okay, guys, while you guys are getting these wonderful captions, guys, it is time for Biddy to take us away with the 100-meter dash.
got you, T-Bone. Okay, so coming to you again from today.com. They got some good stuff in there. Sergeant has emotional reunion with his military dog retiring from active duty. Air Force Staff Sergeant Mike Alcala struggled in 2021 when his duty shifted and he was no longer working with a bomb-sniffing German Shepherd named John. The two had worked together for 3 years at Joint Base Pearl Harbor Hickam in Hawaii. In an interview with Morgan Chesky on Today, this is an old story from December 22nd, Alcala said that when his skills were needed elsewhere, he had to part ways with his canine colleague. Quote, leaving him was rough, Alcala said. It was definitely hard. Think about your dog at home if you have one. Imagine just walking out the door and just leaving them to someone else. It's very sad, but you know they're going to be in good hands. However, as they were being separated, Alcala made a promise. I told them when I was leaving there, I said, I'm coming back for this dog, Alcala said. That magical moment came recently when John was relieved from his active duty after 8 years of service and went to live out his golden years with Alcala and his family in Texas. They had a sweet reunion in the backyard of Alcala's home as his wife Brittany and their 10-month-old daughter Avery welcomed the newest addition to their family just in time for the holidays. Oh, look at you, Alcala told John as he playfully scratched his ears. How you doing, Bubbas? I miss you, bud. Welcome home, buddy. The two formed a tight bond during their time patrolling the base and the local community in Hawaii. They even traveled abroad with White House officials to sniff out any explosives. But I trust him with everything I have and with my life for sure, Alcala said. You have to, because these are our partners. I instantly just trusted John with my life. Or with his life, that was his wife saying. John continued to serve on the island after Alcala's duties changed. Once Alcala learned the 10-year-old German Shepherd was retiring from service, he went straight to his wife to see if they could take the dog into their home. She only had one request. Gotta fix the backyard, she said. John was honored during a retirement ceremony on the Hawaiian base that included a special reading of the poem Guardians of the Night, which is dedicated to military working dogs. John played with a toy during the festivities until realizing all that applause was for him. Aww. The canine then made the journey from Hawaii to Texas, accompanied by a handler from the American Humane Organization. The hardworking pooch was celebrated by fellow passengers on his flight. On behalf of American Airlines, please join me in welcoming John on board and express our gratitude, a flight attendant said over the intercom to applause for John. Then came the sweet reunion with Alcala, who scratched John's belly in appreciation of having an old friend back after years apart. It's amazing. It was a small glimpse at his final mission, being a beloved member of the Alcala family. Love that.
I'm not crying.
No, it's beautiful. That bond must have been amazing. I'm so happy they were able to reunite. I actually put that in there for you, Brian.
Congratulations to that man and that dog for being able to reunite after a little bit of time apart. But guys, it is time to get back to our regularly scheduled effed up program. Caption this, guys. Boss, are you ready to go back and forth with me, good sir?
Absolutely. This is my favorite part. Here we go. All right. So starting off, caption this with why St. Patrick and April Fools never shared the same day.
Let's try to see those trends try to steal me lucky charms.
And then from yours truly, this is what that cheerleading team in the movie Bring It On meant by finding clovers in the atmosphere. Oh-wee, oh-wee,
Oh.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Another movie we gotta get you to watch.
Another
Just
movie that
another
came
one.
out before you were born.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sure. Okay, yeah. Biddy coming in saying, what could you possibly want as a wish? You already have a giant troll, dude. Excuse me, Biddy. Don't assume this troll's gender. At least that's what the left would say.
Sorry.
That's funny. Coalition says, hand over your gold.
Hand it over. Hand it all over.
And then you got
Sonosky coming in saying the punishment for trespassing is these nuts.
Oh, where's Crimson, man?
okay, so okay, Chris. Okay, throwing in a D's nuts reference is not a fucking cheat code.
It's not funny.
to win.
I was gonna say that,
like,
actually.
you have to actually make it funny though. Like you can just be like,
It's funny
these
the
nuts.
first time. It's funny the first time.
But I don't know, man. Boss, you're up.
All right, this is from Sarah Riz. She says, that wasn't a microdose.
I thought it was though. But I thought it was.
I'm finding that way funnier than I should.
You told me that it was.
It gets funnier the more I look at it.
You told me that it was.
Oh man.
Talk is a cheap saying. Is there a yeah, no. The Riz coming back saying you have to pay the toll to get in this boy's hole. I don't think so.
That's a little interesting. Well, I'm going to move on as fast as possible. All right, this is for I'm not your Riri buddy. So he says, if you wish to pass the troll, you must pay the toll. Now hawk tour and get on this pole.
yo, the video, the hawk.
Wow.
Yes.
Somebody beat interneting.
I just want to say that like I watched that video earlier and I'm just like, oh.
I know so much about this video and this girl, and I still have not watched the video. It's so weird. I know all about it, but I still haven't watched it.
I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? I'll have Roma send it to you.
Okay.
Sonosky coming back saying, I thought the leprechauns were supposed to be. No, they're just supposed to be ugly, like Nancy Pelosi. Come on now.
Oh.
Uh-oh, we got a stiffy in the house. She says, never mind. I don't want your Lucky Charms.
No. Is that a quote? Is that a quote from Sarah? The Riz? The Riz coming back saying, hear me out. Hear me out.
There we go. Oh, this is great. Vash says, Ireland got tired and made their own Avengers.
No, they just got tired of Roma and sent them back.
Yeah, right. All right, so we got Chris coming back. What you got?
Do you want me to do this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Sure, he makes a great bodyguard on land, but what I really want can be found in Loch Ness. Little known fact, that's actually the monster that I used. I put in the AI, and I said Loch Ness monster, and it gave me that. I don't know, guys. AI is stupid, but whatever.
That's funny. All right, Stiffy's coming back with Darby O'Gill and the Not So Little People.
And it's funny because her parentheses says only old people will get this.
I'm old and I don't get it.
Ryan, you're older than dirt. Come on, how do you get it? What? I don't. Sure, whatever. Stiffy's saying, leprechaun, trolls, Irishmen. No, it's just the man who steals all the spoons. See, he has a spoon there. Look, he has a spoon there. He's stealing the spoons. Spoon stealer.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody should call Seamus Coughlin.
Yep. Well. Speaking of Seamus, this is from Bash again. Seamus, after he left the Wuhan lab.
Seamus, we got a picture together. I didn't know that you had gamma radiation and were turning into a whole creature. Jeez, come on now, man. Chris coming back saying, no, seriously, he's just misunderstood. He's really a sweetheart. No.
Gentle giant.
No, he's not. I am a gentle giant. That is an ugly 20-foot horned, serrated teeth thing. I don't know.
Oh man. Let's see what else we got. All right.
Bash. Do the bash.
Bash goes back and says, Hawk Tua and spit on that thing. Oh boy.
Oh, we are so getting canceled.
This we
So getting
yeah,
canceled.
I think we have reached the end.
Well, Rick coming in saying, I thought I told you there was gold at the end of the rainbow. You just had to feed these nuts to the troll to get it.
Where's
Now
the
that
one
is
die
how-
at?
Now that is how you do a 1. That is not a 20. That's a 1. Good job.
1, a 2.
Hey yo,
You know,
hey yo, Rick, hey yo, Rick, hey yo, Rick.
let's-
Don't talk about my mama like that. We gonna have problems, buddy. Don't talk about my mama like that. You talk about my mama.
I'm
All right,
starting to pull
Ryan.
you guys 3s and 4s.
Yeah,
right?
start a poll. I'm ready. Yeah, Brian, he's talking about my mama, bro.
Bash, it's not cool to talk about people's mamas. Now, come on.
I thought that was Rick.
Or was it Rick? I don't care. You know, we don't talk about people's mamas. We have decorum around here.
Especially
Decorum.
the purple lady.
Right?
Especially the purple lady. Come on now.
We're grown-ups
No.
around here, okay?
We're grown-ups? Are you sure about that one?
Allegedly.
Are you sure?
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Biddy, are you getting this poll done? You got it?
Yes, sir. It's in the
All
chat for
right.
you.
Well, guys, I will read these lovely captions ready for you. Are you boss? Boss, are you ready, good sir, to go back and forth one last
Yes, sir.
time?
All right.
I
let's
will-
go.
You'll start things off. Start it off.
Got it. Let's see. Let's see those trans try to steal my Lucky Charms.
The punishment for trespassing is these nuts.
Number 3. That wasn't a microdose.
No, that wasn't. If you wish to pass the troll, you must pay the toll. Now, and get on this pole.
And then finally, number 5. Seamus after he left with a Wuhan lab.
I'm going with that one. I'm going
Yeah.
with a letter 4. I have to go with letter 4 solely based on the fact of the Hawk Toa is just if you know, you know, this video is going viral. And honestly, I think it was a video that was taken from like a bit ago. I'm not gonna lie. I think it was recorded a bit ago, and I think it just started to get popularity like overnight or whatever. And I mean, congratulations to the dude for going viral overnight. But also not congratulations to the chick who is in the video, because she's now overnight famous, and she's overnight famous for the same thing that Kim Kardashian is famous for. Actually, not the same
Ooh.
thing, but
Ooh, that's a
not the same thing. Not the same thing. let me go back.
I mean,
Not
we
the same
know we
thing.
know about Kim, but she's no Kim.
She's definitely no Kim, but like, don't have that something like that actually like come out. Come on now. Don't even say things like that out in public, because not a good look. Not a good look. Not a good look. I do believe we have a winner though. Congratulations to who was it?
Vash.
Oh, was it Vash? I thought it was Vash. Vash, congratulations.
Yeah.
Seamus after he left the Wuhan lab. Yeah, so apparently back in Wuhan, Seamus was there and he was stealing all the spoons, so they like kind of like injected him with like a bunch of, I don't want to say viruses, but a bunch of things. And yeah, but guys, congratulations to Vash. Guys, it is time to end things off. This Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, The Leftovers. It is going to be great. Do not miss it. 10 p.m. Saturday on Rumble, guys. It is none other than the boss, Roma Nation. Roma, please take it away, good sir.
Well, first off, I would like to say that I'm so glad you got a new mic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sound good.
Thank you so much. I just want to say no, thank
Let
you
me
to
upgrade
thank you to
you.
you for telling me which mic to get.
Exactly. Yes, so this is a recap of this week's headlines. Actually, we're not going to have any headlines this week because we're going to go right into the January 6th events, part 3 of 3.
Nice.
And there's going to be some information in there that you guys are going to want to check out. So
I'm excited because there's a lot of things that you keep saying like, nope, not now, nope,
not
and
now.
I'm like, no.
What now?
Right.
But now.
Yeah.
Guys, yeah, no, I don't know who's going to be on Timcast IRL tonight because it's Friday, but don't forget to stick around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be a great show. There's not going to be an after show, so don't call in, but there's going to be an after show on the Discord. If you'd like to sign up for the Discord, timcast.com, $10 a month or $25 a month. I don't know. I don't really know the rules. I just work here. I actually, no, I pay to work here. My bad. So, excuse me. Let me end things off, guys. Thank you so much for listening in to our very own Midday Rush. I am your host, T-Bone. That is the lovely, lovely Elizabeth. That is the boss, Roma Nation, and the wise man, Brian. Please end us out, good sir.
All right, my Discord friends, it's time for you to get off my lawn. Stay on the sidewalk because the Pretard Cast is next.
Bye, guys.
And thank you all for watching on YouTube.
Absolutely.
Like, comment,
Oh yeah, like, comment, subscribe.
And that notification bell so you're always alerted 6 p.m. through 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday.
And
Also, get off my lawn on Twitter. If you're here on Twitter, you already know. So yeah.
Hi, Twitter.
So yeah, you're right. Yeah, indeed. Goodbye, Twitter. Ending that stream. Making sure it's dead in my OBS. And finally, night, YouTube. See you Monday.